PincheAls here. Let me see if I can drop. There we go. Some noise here because it's going to be quite noisy in my bus. But hi, PincheAls in the morning here. Just taking you on the journey on my way to work this beautiful Monday. And see if we can talk about some knowledge, you know? Educate ourselves about VWs and car stuff and life and anything else. We got our first viewer right now. Good morning and welcome to PincheAls. What's up, Wayne? Yay, it's been a minute, buddy. Yeah, good morning. So, I'm making my way to work. That's what's up. So if you can see, my hair is all undone because I go to the gym at work every morning. So that's why it's something. Thank you. Yeah, it feels good being out and about again. Trying to get my mojo, you know. Cool facts about what's going on. So my 71 VW bus, the engine kind of took a dump, and it's a brand new engine. I bought a really nice motor from a local guy, aka 2 hours away, but that's my local guy. Beautiful engine. If you guys ever seen the videos of me putting in my 2110 in my VW bus. So the push rod pipes, pretty much what controls, or not the tubes that where the push rod go through, two of them cracked, and it's really odd because they don't do anything. They just sit there and just heat cycle. So more likely the metal was either fatigued or just bad, and they just cracked. The tubes cracked, and I just dumping a bunch of oil. When it's cold, there'll be no symptoms. Once the oil loosened up and got hot and all runny, I would, yeah, exactly. Brand new engine. I barely got 3,000 miles on this brand new engine. I'm not talking about a rebuild, just so you guys know. Brand new. And it, the push rod tubes cracked, and it was spitting oil like crazy. Now, I actually happened on my way back from Arizona when I was in Lake Havasu for the Buses by the Bridge event, and I was like in panic because I was so much at the motor. It sucked. So call the guy, 3,000 miles, barely a year old engine. Hit the guy up. He's all like, yeah, you're not the first motor to do this. He's all, I apologize. It'll be done. He's all, drop it off. I'll fix it immediately. No questions. He's all, yeah. Not his fault. 100% not his fault. I mean, he doesn't manufacture the parts. So I'm just like, don't worry about it, dude. Just get it fixed. I just need it ready before the next show, which is coming up tomorrow. So we got another VW camping event that we're going to tomorrow. Black Star Campout. I go to this event every single year. There hasn't been a year that I've missed since I started going to it. This is, I think, my 7th year, and I love this event. It's so much fun. Again, all about family, all about V-dubs, all about camping, and that's it. It's just such a good event, and we go to it every single year. It's in Jurupa Valley, Riverside, pretty much. It's about 2 hours away from my house. Nowhere near as far as Buses by the Bridge in Lake Havasu, which is about 5-6 hours away from my house in a bus. So yeah, pretty different, you know. So there's some of that information. So I dropped off the motor. The guy got it fixed legitimately within a week. It's here. Feed line leaked, and it had a very scary. Minute fire, nothing bad. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that'll ruin your week. You know, oil line and it catching fire, you know? Especially if it was a feed line, so it was squirting oil instead of just dripping oil like on the return line. Yeah, it's pretty scary. I agree with you. For some reason, my feed lines never have issues. It's always my return lines. Yeah, it'll immediately flash on once you get that hot side hot enough. One thing though, you could do, go buy heat shield, right? Those sleeves, the heat shield sleeves, and just run them end to end and cover up the bowl. And what that'll do, it'll kind of give you like a cushion, so the oil doesn't splash everywhere. It kind of will just be pouring into that sleeve, and it'll reduce the fact, you know. Had one, got away. Yeah, I mean, it happens, but it'll slow it down for you instead of getting a full fire, well, because you're squirting oil out. You know what I mean? I mean, just a thought. I'm gonna close my window over here. There you go. That's closed, but yeah, I mean, I always, on my return lines, I always put a heat shield on it. Number one, depending on like your exhaust manifold, sometimes the runners on the exhaust manifold are really low and close to the feed line that they'll generate enough heat and it'll get a flash fire. So those tubes help a lot, just controlling temp. Even though they get soaked in oil, I'd rather have that soaked in oil than it squirting oil, you know? Just my 2 cents. Alright, so back to the engine. The guy hit me up, got it fixed in less than a week. And it's a busy week for him, so I got no argument with him. And the name of the shop is called Right Gearbox, The Right Gearbox, and not spelled with an R, with a W. Great shop, super nice guy. It's 5 in the morning, so I'm trying to wake up. Super nice guy. I couldn't pick up the engine and talk to him more. I was stuck at work. My wife, Carlene, is the shit. She took the truck, went all the way to Riverside, 2 hours away from home, picked up the motor, brought it back home. Me and my buddies pulled it out. I got it back in the bus the same day. Next day, started driving it. Freaking love it. They're cool, man. Simplicity at its best. Engine out in 2 hours, engine back in 2 hours, and back up and running in 4. I don't know, man. Air-cooled is just such an evolutionary step in like simplicity that we don't do this in cars anymore. And it's really annoying because these cars are still on the road because of simplicity. You know? If cars were like this now, people would still be driving old as shit cars, you know what I mean? But they're not simple. They're overly like engineered because of emissions. They're overly like complicated because Because engineering, right? I want to be the next engineering marvel when everything else sucks about it. Like, bro, bring back an engine that just works, you know? No one wants 500 horsepower, honestly. Give me a 200 horsepower engine that'll go the distance, that'll go 500,000 miles before a rebuild. Bring me back a 90s Toyota, bro. A 90s Toyota. I know what I'm saying is blasphemy in the Volkswagen world. But a 90s Toyota, I don't care, Camry, Tacoma, Corolla, freaking Tundra, every single one of those cars will give you 500,000 miles before you even worry about it, you know? And then when you worry about it, you fix it and it goes for another 100, 200,000 miles. It's fucking ridiculous. Get me something ridiculously good. Move over here so people can pass me. Just so you know, I'm in the mountains right now. I live in Ramona, so I am gonna have what do you call internet complications. So bear with me, stick with me. I'll be on and I'll be off, and then I'll be back on again. All right. I gotta get my haircut today too. But today's a busy day. I go to work. I do my new hire orientation. I do all the new hires in the morning. I give all the new hires kind of like the, hey fool, welcome to EDF and shit, you know, like this is the IT department, and this is what I do, and this is what they do, and this is how we take care of you shit, you know, spew. Talk about our VPN servers, our processors. It's fun. You know, just getting all the new hires up to date with the company and how we do things. What else is there? Let's see. Oh, so speaking about simplicity, right? Hey, we got a bunch of people watching today. Good morning, everyone. Oh, we lost them. Good morning. Hopefully, you guys are commenting. Please comment if you guys have any questions. You know, I'll do my best to like look right over and not crash. But yeah, it's all about simplicity. You know, the Mark IV to me was the last hoorah in simplicity for cars in the Volkswagen world. And then that being said, like what I'm saying is, like, if you take out these emissions, right, the smog equipment, and you tune it right, you ain't got much to worry about. You know, all you got is what, a cam sensor, a MAF, a knock sensor, a map sensor, and a crank sensor. Oh, and if you're using stock turbo, then the N75. I mean, that's honestly it. They got 6 sensors to take care of everything on that engine to make sure everything works, and that's it. Again, that's if you stick with stock. I mean, with tuning and aftermarket stuff, and you get rid of all the emissions, right? The 1.8T, that thing will get you a lifetime of reliability, as long as you ain't mashing and upping the boost and putting the Hot Boys tunes on them and whatever these kids are doing right now and ruining these cars. You know, if you guys are into Mark IVs, I'm telling you guys right now, find a proper tuner. Alright? Get someone who knows how to really get these engines running perfect after you deleted everything off of it. You messed with everything that's on it. You know? Because that's the only way that engine is going to last a long time. That emissions crap just keeps failing all your tubing underneath the manifold keeps cracking, you know. Oh, you went standalone, you know. Yeah, standalone, whew, that's a step up from just a standard tuner, you know. You know, if you're good at making wires and or piggybacking, standalone is where it's at. Not gonna lie. You know, you can get rid of so much stuff and get that car running the way you want it to. You know, it's magical. But you need someone that knows how to mess with tuning. I honestly was about to take the AEM tuning course. I lost interest, you know. I still want to do it, but I don't know how much I really want to do it. Oh wow, plug and play, dang, next level. So I'm in my death trap, my 71 VW bus, and yeah, I'm doing about 55 down a mountain, maybe faster. I don't know how fast I'm going, honestly, but I know I'm at least doing 55. I'm about to actually head into town right now. I haven't washed this thing in like 6 months, so it is dirty, like dirty. I just washed the windows just so I can see through them. You know, but you know, it's what it's for. I mean, it's not a showpiece. I daily drive this stupid thing, you know, and every time I drive it, I got a grin from end to end. It's so much fun to drive. People just love it when they see it on the road, you know, because it's kind of like an homage to the best times in our lives era. You know, people who grew up in this era in the 70s and 80s were having the best time of their lives, you know. The gas was cheap, food was cheap, and VWs were cheap, cars were cheap, everything was cheap. We had fun, go to the beach, just doing fun stuff. My 71 VW bus. I'm just not saying, I wasn't around during this car, okay, when it came out. I came into reality in 1983. Alright, so this car was already like over 10 years old, you know? It was 11. You know, it was 11 years old, right? So I'm 42. 42 in August. I just say I'm 42 because I'm 42. But do I turn 43 this year? I don't know. Ma'am. I don't know if I'm 43 or I'm 42 now. I gotta look that up. Hey, Wade. How old am I? I was born in 83. Am I 42 or 43 this year? I'm driving, so I can't do like good counting. Hopefully Wayne's doing the math for me. But yeah, this bus, I mean, has been through hell and back. I'm not shitting you. This bus has gone through a lot. I've put in at least over 200,000 miles on this bus in my lifetime with it. I've owned this now for a little over 10 years, and I drive the shit out of this thing. I mean, it's not meant to be like a beauty queen. It's meant to be driven, right? So I drive it. You know, people are like, oh, why don't you just, you know, just drive it just to shows and stuff like that. I'm like, for what? My whole family fits in this thing. You know, I can fit 3, 6, 7, 8 people in this bus, and I can get wherever I need to get to. It's ridiculous. All right, so new stuff. Well, I'm building a 24 valve VR6. Yay! I got a 24 valve VR6 GTI. Yay! I traded it for a 1.8T wagon. It's kind of a down trade. I'm not gonna say it's an uptrade, it's more of a down trade. So I traded a VR6, 24 valve VR6 for a 1.8T wagon manual, both manuals. However, the GTI is a 6-speed manual to me, which is a downgrade versus an upgrade. The 6-speed manuals are expensive as shit to fix and find parts for. So, and just find 6-speed manuals, they're just hard to find, you know. So I kind of down traded myself, half and half, you know. Some people are like, no, bro, that's a 24 valve VR6, that's a legit motor. I'm like, yeah, are, you know. VR6s are dope. I got nothing wrong against them, but I'm the 1.8T guy, man. I 1.8T everything, you know. So kind of sad, you know, that I didn't get another, you know, get my wagon up and running. But at the same time, like, whatever, you know, I already got a 1.8T GTI, can't complain, and a 1.8T Corrado, and a 1.8T Mark II, can't complain. You know, I'm not gonna say anything about that. So I'll worry about it next time. So we're building that. The engine's on its way actually next week to be machined, because this week I won't be available to drop it off. I am working again with my machine shop that I always work with at Paradise Motorsports in San Marcos, California. So we'll be heading there to drop off the engine and have it machined. It's gonna just be a stock rebuild. I am not gonna be doing a high performance VR6 rebuild. And the reason for this, we're kind of, the approach on this one is kind of like a sleeper, like clean, super clean engine bay, just all deleted. I'm gonna be using it to mock up some of my new products. On top of like new products, I'm gonna mock up new stuff and kind of like just change it up, you know what I mean? Something different for this build. Again, factory spec build. I'll probably do some cams because I want some lopiness. I like a lopey VR. I probably will do, let's see, cams, performance clutch. Whoa, hard brake. A performance clutch. Do the radiator, like the side radiator delete in the bigger one radiator. So do like an aluminum radiator, like all aluminum race radiator. Upgrade maybe the fans. Probably stick with the stock fans. Let's see what else is there. I think that's it for now. I don't think I want to do any more to it. Yeah, just cams. Cams, a tune, probably injectors. Someone just, hey, not to distract you, but do you know why my GTI immobilizer is engaged and rejects my key at random times? Actually, I can, there's a 50-50 chance, okay, that your immobilizer is either failing, okay, so it's either failing or the chip inside the key is just being super wonky. Not uncommon. My GTI actually does the same thing. It'll be super random when the immobilizer just kicks on and you'll see a key flashing on the dash. I'm just like, oh, there you go. And I usually just turn it off, turn it back on, fixes the problem. My recommendation, get the immobilizer just removed. You can detune, you can have someone just delete the immobilizer and it fixes your problem permanently. Usually that's what I recommend. I'm at a stoplight so I can read that better. But yes, a lot of times it's either the ECU itself or the immobilizer just not recognizing the chip on your key, or the chip itself is going cuckoo. Not uncommon. It's a very, very common problem on Mark IV. It's just super common. So hopefully that answers your question. Oh man. Excuse me, guys. Again, find someone that can do the immobilizer delete. Yeah, another term, just so you know, if you want to look it up online, it's called IMMO defeat. So it rejects all keys. Yeah, delete the immobilizer. It's failed on you. The immobilizer actually is a little chip on the ECU, so they fail, and just have it deleted. So what most tuners do will open up the ECU, yank the chip out, and take out the turn off the software for it, pretty much. That's why there's a charge for like 50 bucks to do it. No, they're not related. That is the comfort module. So there's a module underneath the dash, right by your HVAC system. So you know your AC controls. There's a little brain. There's a little brain on the bottom right-hand corner underneath the dash. It's like a little silver box. That's the comfort control module. That controls like your fob. That controls like your windows, controls the other built-in features that your car has. Yeah. So did you remove that little ECU that's down there? I just got to work, so I gotta hurry. I got like 2 minutes before I hang up. Oh yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it, man. So yeah, you need to go find another one. They're not control module. The comfort control modules are not they're universal, so you can swap them out on other cars and just pop them in. They're not like ECUs where they have to be programmed and striped or badged to the 630. So the comfort control module is a universal piece. Okay, you can swap it out of cars. It won't give you any issues. The ECU, you can't just swap them out. You have to have either immobilizer deleted or tuned for your car. Okay, so that's bit of knowledge for you. All right, when you pull that, look at the harness that's on the comfort control module. Look inside of it. You might have corrosion as well. That might just be it. Those modules are meant to be waterproof, so I'm really doubtful that it's water inside that unit. More than likely there's water inside your pigtails that cause corrosion, and that coolant, usually when it gets on there, it's pasty and it's not conductive, so it'll just prevent electricity from going through when you plug it in. So clean your pigtails, clean the terminals on the actual module, and see that solves the problem. It might fix it. Might save you some money. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in at PincheAls Garage in the morning. Peace out. I'm heading to the gym, and then I'm going to go to work. Well, I'm at work, but I'll be going to the gym at work and then go to work. Yeah, something like that. Peace out, everyone. And as always, here at PincheAls Garage, we're going to break, we're going to fix, and we repeat. But remember, as always, if you see another dubber on the road, give him a thumbs up. Give him a deuces. All right? Respect one another and love everyone. Peace out, everyone. Love you guys all. Thank you for the tuning in the morning.